Dope right there, fam.
Homestead for good team, Nicolet,
Test. Nicolet High School, we're live. Girls game going on right now. Stay tuned. Boys coming up immediately following this game.
That's gonna be. Let's see if our third one works. Oh, turn that on.
A little bit. Just a little. Just a little.
10, 9, 6, 10,
The athlete.
So, did we do it? We kind of did it.
We did it.
Just got to get one more hair point to work.
You got to get it turned up.
Test.
You got to turn that mic up.
First, team fourth. Shooting 2 for Homestead for 3. Race. Homestead for 15.
10-9-8-7-6.
I heard you on there too. Yep. You said turn it off? You said turn it off? Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. What's that?
Six, 5, 4, 3.
I know the mute button now, okay.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. That sounds good right there. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Still sounds low. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 10, 9, 8, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Where's the volume on this one? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Better. Sounds good. Well, it's going to sound over here. How does it sound over here?
I gotta start getting some tape and label like Jose. Yes.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
See, you can hear us, but we can't hear it. Can you hear each other? You couldn't hear me?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Test 10-9-8-7-6. Andre Hicks. 10-9-8-7-6. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Testing.
Joy Hicks. 10-9-8-7-6-5-4-3-2-1.
athletic. I'm jumping for my dreams. I'm super magnetic, bring the championship to me. Super with exclusives, hit the link and you can see what it takes to be a top athlete. Coast to coast we going, so to come up you can see. From the court to the field to the track we can meet. Everything exclusive, straight behind the scenes. This the athlete. Athletic, I'm jumping for my dreams. Athletic, I'm jumping for my dreams. Now let's talk about the athlete. The path is like a track meet. Distractions in the crowd, you gotta master that within thee. Passion in the how, you put it down, then we'll see the difference between the others and the athlete. You must subscribe to Focus, click the link and notice. All the flyers culture, all in sports you know it. We always thinking forward to the biggest moment. Welcome to the show is the athlete. Athletic, I'm jumping for my dreams. Athletic, I'm jumping for my dreams. Athletic, I'm jumping.
And welcome to the Athlete Live. We're live here in Glendale, Wisconsin at Nicolet High School for a big-time North Shore matchup between undefeated 7-0 Homestead taking on cross-town rival the Nicolet Knights at 7-1. I'm Craig Hart alongside special coach guest tonight is Sean Harrison, Milwaukee Tech boys coach, alongside Jose Winston. Fellas, big-time matchup, a lot of energy right now in the building. What can we expect from Homestead tonight?
Well, Homestead, we're talking with Crider before the game. He mentioned that they're going to defend, they're going to take care of the basketball, and play hard. Watched them a little bit early this year when they played MAS at Fresh Coast, and they pretty much got whatever shot they wanted. They penetrated, they kicked, and they knocked down an open shot. So a lot of this game would be confidence for them to really take on Nicolet, who's arguably the #1 team in the state.
And Coach Winston, we were there Saturday, big time matchup. Nicolet coming off a huge win. What are the keys for Nicolet to get this win tonight?
When you think of Nicolet, you're thinking of very athletic, very. You're looking at their size, you're looking at their quickness. It's very tough to beat a Nicolet team. They're deep in all areas. I think what you have to hope Nicolet is doing, you have to hope they're missing long jump shots right now. Obviously, we know about Jalen Johnson and Sibling, but the other guys have to step up. Kobe Johnson has to be locked in from the jump, along with James Graham and Sonny Finnessy also have to be ready to go. But this is going to be a tough task for Homestead, but Homestead's going to give them a good challenge tonight.
A lot for both teams to play for, even though a couple of days in, both teams will be on winter break. So now they can just concentrate on basketball. As a coach, Winston, not coaching this year, but coach, talk about how do you get your players up for big games like this?
You pretty much have to keep them busy, but make sure that they relax. You know, not get into the social media, the personal one-on-one battles. Just continue to be a team and playing together being one. So, you know, you have one of those practices where you just open up and kind of let them get loose beforehand, because they know at the end of the day, this game can either make or break a season for them, depending on who it is they're playing. And also how young your team is, our experience. For example, this Homestead team has been together about 4 years as freshmen and sophomores on varsity, kind of like how we are at Tech this year. So he's finally seeing the finishing point of what all it took to get together and, you know, put a good team together. So just surviving and make sure you take care of business and, you know, anything go your way.
The rule for big-time basketball, we have Gia Hill with her update. She's on the sideline. We're going to send it to Gia. Gia, what do you have for us?
As soon as you walk in, you got a fan section on both sides, taking up both towers, so it's a big one. Now Nicolet has been said to be Division II champions favorites for this year, so it's definitely going to be a good one. Looking forward to seeing them take on Homestead, which is also a very good team. And some of the keys to tonight's game, I talked to the coach. Coach Crider said, you know, they want to rebound and dictate tempo. They don't want to get too out character. They want to make sure they remain who they are. And then Coach Al for Nicolet, he said they want to be patient on defense as well as be patient on offense as well as have some defensive intensity. Now it is going to be a good game. Both these teams are pretty good. Nicolet is 7-1, and then you have Homestead, who is 7-0. So it's a pretty even game. I'm going to be with you the entire game, bringing you updates. Until then, signing out for the Athlete Live, I'm Giovanna Heath.
All right, thank you, Gia, for that update. Big time game. We'll be right back. We're going to do the national anthem, and then we're going to do the starting five. And we'll have that starting five once they get done with the national anthem. You're locked into the Athlete Live here at Nicolet High School.
I can't hear nothing. I can't hear nothing. Yeah, don't jump in here.
Now at this time, if you would please rise, your hats as the Nicolet Pep Band of the direction of Mr. Michael McDowell presents our national anthem.
Yes. All right, back live here at Homestead, Nicolet High School. Let's go into the start of the Highlanders. Starting at guard, 6'5", Michael Kennedy. At guard, number 3, a 6-foot junior, Jacoby Kleiman. Starting at forward, a 6'3", Ethan Andrews. Number 15, 6'2" senior, Ryan Liddell. And the 5th guard for the Highlanders, 25, Declan Circuit. Now let's go over to Nicolet. Starting forward, the home team, the Nicolet Knights. Starting at forward guard, Jalen Johnson, he's a junior. 6'7" senior, number 12, Jerry Henderson. 6'9" junior, number 14, Jamari Sibley. And a 6-foot guard, number 20, Sonny Finnessy. Al Henson. Fellas, 18 minutes of great basketball we got coming up for us. You got to get the keys. can you think Homestead can play a good game against this crowd? It seems like it's 50-50 both ways. It's a rival game. It's a conference game. But you got to give the edge right now to probably Nicolet because they're coming off a big-time win against Sussex Hamilton, who was the #1 ranked team in the state this past weekend. If you're coaching this game, what did you tell your players right in that huddle before they came out? Go ahead, Sean, what you got?
We're talking about guys, just come out, relax, don't rush anything, let the game come to you. But we have to make sure we take care of the ball right away. If we take them out of the rhythm, get the crowd out of it, our chance goes from 50-50 to me 75-25.
And Coach Winston?
If I'm Homestead, I'm telling my guys, hey, it's us versus them. They have all the pressure, we don't. They're obviously coming off a game against Sussex Hamilton, which, you know, they may have a letdown. Take care of the ball, be ready to knock down shots, keep attacking regardless if they block shots. If I'm Nicolet and I'm Coach Al, I'm all over my guys right now because I don't want to let down right now. I'm telling them that we have to bring the same intensity we brought when we played against Sussex Hamilton and Patrick Baldwin and the crew.
All right, we're going to action. Homestead get to the board first. Turnover by Homestead. And here comes the Highlanders. 25. That is Nicolet. He goes up. Circle it. Can't get it to drop. Rebound back to Circle it in the corner. No good. Ball's on the floor. We have a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to Homestead.
I personally think that if Nicolet allows him to get those second chance points like that in shots, they're going to be in for a long night.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. And I think the downside, I think with Nicolet, if they have any downside, is going to be outside shooting. Can they make enough threes in big-time moments when they need to make outside shots? The team are playing that zone and packing it in on them. Henderson drives baseline. Grab an off-the-ball foul. That goes to number 2, Michael Kennedy, his first foul. And Kennedy's about that's their tallest player. He's 6'5". He definitely got to stay on the floor for the Highlanders.
Homestead is going to have to handle Nicolet's pressure. They're going to have to force Nicolet to hit shots from the outside and be able to handle this pressure. And I think Cleric is going to have to be able to knock those shots down like he usually does. If they can hit outside shots, they have an outside chance of staying in the game. If they cannot, then Nicolet may run away with it at some point.
Johnson and Kobe Johnson can't make the easy layup. We have another jump ball. Possession error should be Nicolet. Excellent crowd tonight. This is sellout crowd. As Gia said, they sold 2,000 tickets before the game even opened up for today's game. So anytime you have rivalry games, you expect big crowds. Both teams doing well, 7-1 for Nicolet and 7-0 for Homestead.
These are the 2 best teams in the North Shore Conference by far. So this is going to be a competitive game. Again, I think it's going to come down to Homestead matching the physicality of Nicolet and being able to knock down shots. And if they can get either Johnson or Sibley in some foul trouble, this could be an upset.
That's a great point, Coach. We haven't seen that so far this year. Nicolet in foul trouble with their big 2-3. But you're right. If Johnson, if Jalen or Sibley gets in foul trouble, then this is a different team. Now you're dealing with just 1 superstar instead of 2.5 or 3 superstars that they have.
I mean, it's a reason why they're both highly ranked in their division, Division 1, Division 2. You know, you have number 1 with Nicolet and number 5 with Homestead. But just a reminder, you know, last year they both tied for second. So it's a lot of blood brewing between this game. And I know Coach Hansen is actually 1-3 in his career against Homestead. So I kind of think he really wants this victory just for, you know, for morale.
Yeah, big-time players, big-time program, and great. If this was the NBA, they had a great offseason acquisitions of getting players in, even though it's high school basketball, transfers coming in. But Nicolet is definitely loaded, as you see Jalen in the post. Coach, how about you? Would you like to see Jalen more on that block, especially here at the high school level? Because physically, no one's going to be able to match up with him on that block.
I believe that Jalen is so versatile, man. I don't think you can really put him in a box. I think the nice thing that Coach Al does with him is he lets Jalen be Jalen. You know, he doesn't force him down to the box. He doesn't keep him out on the perimeter. Jalen has such a great feel for the game where he knows where he has to go. If he's not in a great rhythm, you'll see him try to attack the box a little bit more to see that ball go through.
Basket by Ryan Waddle, gets the shot. Jalen puts up a three, no good. Jamari saves it, but goes to Homestead. Homestead has numbers. Here's 15. Ryan Waddell circling the floor, and a foul called on Johnson, Kobe Johnson.
The Waddell kid is special. He's fearless. Him and Cleric are both fearless kids. They played for a buddy of mine, Coach Paul Hill, for the Shooters. Now they're a Phenom University team, the NY to LA team. Those two guys have played against this type of level of competition all summer. They are not afraid of Nicolet, and if they continue to let Waddell catch that rhythm, they're going to be in for a long night.
Substitution by Homestead, number 11, Miles Davis, 6'4" junior, comes into the game for the Highlanders. It looks like the refs are calling it kind of close early in this game, trying to establish a kind of a tempo. If you're players, what do you tell your players out there?
Oh, right now I'm just saying, give yourself a cushion, see how the refs are going to call the game first before we go full into our pressure. And with Waddell being a special kid, he's going to work hard on and off the ball. So we got to just keep the ball out of his hand. If it was me, the less he can create, the better we have a chance. But he's a hard matchup for any guard in the state, not just this conference.
Little high pick and roll action by the Highlanders. Davey with the pump fake, goes up, can't get it to go. Davis with the rebound. Good ball movement by the Highlanders.
It's been a lot of second chance opportunities for Homestead already, which if this continues to go deeper in the game, Nicolet is going to be in trouble.
Jalen's on the break, finds Jamari. Jamari goes up top to 2. Tie the game up at 4-4. 13:56 left in the first half.
Sibling and Johnson have a great feel for the game, a great feel for one another. They love playing with one another. They look for one another whenever transition starts, whenever they can get into transition, they're always looking for one another. They're the best of friends. You can tell their chemistry out on the court by the type of friends they are off the court.
Substitution for Nicolet, number 3 comes in. He's Darius Bowden, a 5'7" sophomore. Good ball pressure by Nicolet, making Homestead run their offense.
I will say that Homestead is very disciplined offensively right now. They're not rushing anything or forcing anything. It's a great shot. Exactly like they just got right there,
This is a good start for Homestead. I think early on you want to kind of settle down with Nicolet. They're going to come in waves, but if you can just weather that storm early and get settled down early, get your feet in the game early, you'll have a chance to compete.
Nicolet goes in, what you think, 8, maybe 8, 9 deep at the most, maybe 9?
They will touch 8 or 9. They'll touch 9. But, after the 7th person and probably James Graham, the 6th or 7th person, then it kind of drops off a little bit from there. But those top 7 guys that they have are phenomenal players.
Sibley with the 2 points, making it 8-7. Nicolet 1-point lead.
And you got arguably the number 1 player in the country. You have another top 50 player in the country in Sibling. Then you have, Kobe Johnson, who's already been offered by Division I, and you have a James Graham who already got Division I offers too. So you got 4 guys out there that have Division I offers. So, you don't need more than 5 or 6 guys to be out there and win, man. You really don't. But Fennessy is a nice piece to him. He plays great defense. He knocks down shots. His key is just not turning the ball over.
He's a great other. You need the others. What are the others going to do in moments? Can they play off the superstars? And you're right. I think Fennessy does a great job. And also Bowden kid. And I like Graham. He's young. He's only a sophomore, but he knows his role on this team. Entering the game for Nicolet. Quick opportunity. Here's Jalen. And what a basket. One-hand slam. We got the instant replay. Let's check out the replay. He plays the passing lane. Goes up strong for the and one, giving Nicolet a 10-7 lead.
That's what you can't allow to happen. You cannot allow them to get into transition and get those dunks and get this crowd all fired up. Homestead right here needs an answer, and they got one. Great pass.
Basket right there by Ethan Andrews. 10-9 home Nicolet.
I mean, if you look at both teams, also Homestead is averaging about 77 points a game. Nicolet is right about 80 points. So honestly, it's going to be a high-scoring game, you know, which a lot of fans want to see and which we want to see. It's going to be a great game. It's just who makes free throws, who doesn't turn the ball over, and who get 50-50 balls is what it's going to come down to. But I don't foresee a blowout at all. I see a very close game.
If it's a high-scoring game, who do you guys think that favors? Is it Homestead, Nicolet, or is that Homestead? If you're Nicolet Homestead, do you want a lower 50s, maybe 60 type score? Or if it's in the 80s, 90s, does that favor Nicolet?
If I'm Homestead, I want the higher scoring game because we're more disciplined and we're going to shoot and hit more three-pointers than they are. For what I see so far, we're having the better shooting. So, you know, right now they're trading threes for twos, you know, in college and in the NBA. So it works their matchup, especially in transition. If Nicolet doesn't find anybody, you got 4 or 5 guys that can actually knock down the trade consistent.
12-9, Nicolet up. 11 minutes left in the first half. Ryan Riddell pulls up, 15-foot jumper, top of the key, bottom of the net.
Now, I will tell you the adjustment Coach Al is going to make at halftime. He has arguably one of the best defensive players in the country in Sibley. And usually what happens in the second half is Sibley will defend the guy who's the hottest. So whether it's the point guard or the center, Sibley will eventually go there to try to shut him down. Now so look for, if Waddell stays hot, look for Sibley to take on that matchup.
Now, Coach Harrison, how big is that for Coach Al Hansen to have Sibley, a guy who's been in the program since day one, since he's got there, that he might have other stars like Jalen, you might have Graham transfer, but is Sibley like the glue guy for this team because he's been here the longest, you guys think?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he goes as far as he takes them at the end of the day, starting defensively, rebounding, blocking shots. He's pretty much the all-around everything guy. It may not show on the stat sheets like Jalen does with triple doubles, but Jamar is probably about 1 or 2 steps behind him.
Double dribble, turnover by Homestead, goes Nicolet.
And that's what Homestead can't do. They can't turn that ball over. They have to continue to control the tempo. They have to continue to not turn the ball over. If they turn the ball over, this lead will stretch out. They have to be really ball solid.
Looks like it's a foul on David Rosengarten for Nicolet right now, which would put,
substitution for Homestead comes in the game, number 25 for Homestead. That's Declan I keep in this game, Circlic name. He's back, checking back in. Johnson goes up, fade away 2, off. Sibley with the rebound. Kicks it back out. I noticed Graham this past Saturday when they played against Sussex Hamilton. He shot a lot of threes, so he's more of a stretch 3, 4 guy on the high school scene. Yeah,
he's a stretch 3 or 4 right now. He's still adding the off the dribble dimensions to his game. I think for Graham, the key for Graham is just staying locked in. Continue to understand your role and continue to lock in defensively and change shots and rebound. Run the floor hard, but he's definitely a knockdown shooter when he's in rhythm.
Johnson with the L1 basket, tough basket on the break. Right before that, that was Circlet makes his shot, but comes back down. Jalen Johnson with the L1. It's great to see the stars in this game being engaged. For the simple fact, it could be a letdown after playing such a great game this past weekend going against Sussex Hamilton. You're seeing Jalen coming out aggressive. You're seeing Jamari coming out aggressive. 19-13 lead, Nicolet.
I mean, a guy like Jalen, any night he can go off for 30 points, or you look up, he has 12 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. You know, you never know what you're going to get with the guy because he's just so special. We'll probably not see another guy like him in this area for a long time.
See that Nicolet pressure. Block and fall, we call her number 24 for Nicolet. That's C.J. Hayes, a 6'5" senior.
And actually, I had C.J. and James down as my difference makers for this game for Nicolet. You know, if they give anything extra that they usually give, you know, it should be a very easy game for Nicolet.
Substitution in for Homestead. Number 4 comes in the game, Ethan Kelly. Score this game. Nicolet is up 20-13, 9:19 left in the first half. Here live at Glendale High School, you're listening and watching the Athlete Live.
You know, this is awesome. The atmosphere is awesome. Obviously, you see two rival schools going at it. Both schools are great. Historically, pretty good basketball schools. You know, obviously Nicolet has a couple of the better players in the country, but Homestead, like Coach Sean has said, has been together 4 years now. You know, so they've seen it all as well. They've had an opportunity to grow up. So I don't believe this moment is going to be too big for these guys at all.
Three-pointer right there by Michael Morley, knocking down the 3, cutting Nicolet lead to 4, 2016. Nicolet, 8:43 left. Jalen. Pass, turnover, ball goes to Homestead.
This is an important part of the game. As you see right now, they have Sibling out and they have Kobe Johnson out as well. So it looks like what Homestead is going to do, they're going to try to corral Jalen. They're going to have guys in gap help. They're going to have the backline guys ready to step up and take charges, and they're going to try to force someone else to have to beat them. So we'll see how long Coach Al can keep both of those guys out at the same time.
Michael Morley knocks down his second consecutive three-pointer, cut the lead to 1, 2019.
And that's what I told you. They're going to get in those gaps on the break, and they're going to shoot with confidence. Like I said, I watched them against MAS at the Fresh Coast, and it was no three-pointer after three-pointer, which is their strength.
Graham has to go attack that ball and come up with that one. Not the greatest pass by Fennessy, but he still needs to go and attack that with both hands.
Right on cue, substitutions. Amari Sibley comes back in. The ball number 2 comes out, and that's David Rosengarten goes out the game. And anytime you play rival schools in conference games, if you're Homestead, you've seen this Nicolet pressure before, probably. So you played against this. I think when we watched the game this past Saturday against Sussex Hamilton, those guards weren't used to that pressure. It took them a while to kind of get used to it. But Homestead has seen this over the years. Although it's different athletes, you got 6'9" guys up front, but you've seen this type of pressure.
I like what Al is trying to do. Earlier, he's run a few plays to get Jalen the ball in the post. It looks like a double high play to get him isolated in the post with Fennessy cutting off of that. I would like to see Jalen with the smaller guy just go over the top of him and finish it.
Turnover by Nicolet, steal. Sonny goes up for a layup.
And that's kind of what Sonny does best that time. Like, you look at him, you say, hey, senior guard, 4-year varsity member, but he does little intangibles that only a senior can really pretty much do on these type of rivalry games. Like, you can't expect a freshman or sophomore, to bring that type of level as a guard.
Is anyone going to guard Michael Morley? The guy has 3 consecutive trips down with a 3-point, tying the game up 20-22. 7:06 left here in the first half. Ball goes down to Sibley, foul. But this kid is hot right now. You got to identify the shooters if you're Nicolet.
Well, he's picking up the slack from Kurlick right now. Kurlick hasn't been able to get into a rhythm, partly because they have Sibley on him, shading him in his comfort areas. So that young man has picked up the slack right now. But look for Kurlick to Coach Sean to set up a play for him to get him an open look.
Now we got a timeout on the floor here at Nicolet High School. 22-22 all this half. We'll be back right after this commercial break.
Trusted Kicks is a place where you can buy, sell, and trade sought-after sneakers. You can find us in the heart of downtown Milwaukee. We buy Jordan Retro sneakers along with other exclusive models such as Kanye West Yeezy shoes and many others. Make sure to stop in and check us out at 532 North Water Street or visit us at our website, which is www.trustedkicks.com.
welcome back to the athlete. And there you go. Great crowd shot right there by our all-pro, all-everything cameraman, Sean Seambress. The guy does great work. Everyone here at the athlete, whether it goes by our director, Andre Hicks, to our sideline reporter, Gia Health, to the guys you hear talking, myself, Jose Winston, and our special coach guest from Milwaukee Tech, Sean Harrison. We appreciate you joining the crew tonight and came out to practice, huh?
Yeah, definitely came out to practice. You know, we go down Friday to Carmel Catholic with a game against them. Then we're done to next week where we go actually to the Sundrop Classic. We take on defending state champ Kokona and Seymour. So we have a very tough schedule for the group that we have, which, you know, at the end of the day, you don't want to play your best basketball in November, December anyway. So, you know, it's just a learning lesson for us, which would be great when it comes to tournament time.
And Coach Winston, as you said, you wanted to get Jaden Dallow. It looked like they made a play for him out of that timeout to get him a little comfortable close to the basket.
Yeah, that LinkedIn athleticism on that previous play you just saw. They missed 2 or 3 shots in a row. Just the overall size and length of them, they were able to come up with the ball. Nice adjustment by Coach Al to come out in a 2-3 zone, try to use their length, try to force Homestead to have to counter with something different.
Shots off by number 3, Jacob. And here comes Nicolet. Simply goes to the basket. Gets it in. Nicolet 26-22 lead. 5:50 remaining here in the first half.
We saw that zone in the NY tournament as well. And we saw that against Sussex Hamilton in that second half, and it was awesome. I think this zone is special. With that length on the high school level and the athleticism to close out quickly, it could be really special. The guards are really active high. And then you have 6'7" in the middle, and James Graham, 6'9", and Sibley on the wing, and Jalen Johnson, who's 6'9" as well. So it's difficult to get a wide open shot in this zone.
Well, let me ask both of you guys this. Do you like Nicolet running a zone or a man-to-man better? Having both athletes.
I mean, when you have this length, it kind of reminds me of Syracuse. So I wouldn't mind having a 6'7", 6'8" guy in front, because you're not shooting that over the top on nobody. I don't care who you are, unless you have the same height or your college team. Other than that, that's not going to happen. But you do have to make sure that your other guys that don't have the length are just as quick to get to the corners and stopping penetration on the swing or the weak side.
Homestead has to find a way to counter with this athleticism that Nicolet is, with Nicolet's athleticism. So they're going to have to get something going to the basket. They just can't settle for threes right now. Maybe a high screen on the zone to create that space and those angles for Weddle a little bit so he can go out there and maybe get into the paint and make a play.
All right, Homestead working the ball around. Trying to find an open spot in that zone, and that's the guy that got it to Michael Moore, his first three-pointer of the half, cutting Nicolet lead to what? 26-25, 4:18 left here in the first half.
Michael just gave him the Jordan shrug, like, you're not going to guard me? This is all day, baby. Shoot the lights out there, Mike, if they don't want to guard you.
Ball to the basket by Jared Henderson. 28-25.
You know, when you have guys like Jalen and Jamari, you forget how good Henderson can be. You know, you forget how good Finney can be at times. You forget how good a Kobe Johnson can be. You know, so some of these guys get overlooked, but they're very, very good high school basketball players.
They're calling the offensive foul. Charge, push off with number 15, Ryan Waddell, or number 5, excuse me, that's Ethan Andrews with the foul.
Yeah, and once again, that's where Finney comes in as a senior, and he puts his body on the line to take the charge, you know, get guys out of the game. And that's stuff that doesn't show on the stat sheet that win games for you. So it was excellent defensive pressure and being smart for Finney, which is, you know, what a senior does.
You know, I would be remiss if we didn't say happy birthday to Jalen Johnson. His parents, Rod and Stacy, they're raising their kids to be great, outstanding young men. They're great academically, and they're great student athletes. They're great athletes as well. So happy birthday to that young man.
Definitely. And the basket right there is by Sonny Fisley. He gets strong, turns the quarter and beats his man off the dribble, making it 30-25. Nicolet, 5-point lead, 3:04 left here in the first half.
I mean, if I'm Homestead at this point, this 2-3 zone, I would actually try to get Waddell from up top and probably put him at the high post. You know, so he kind of create from that position. Even though he's only about 6'2", he can still create and get between that gap and make the good pass.
And Michael Moore finally missed a three-pointer. Ball goes down to Sidney. Sidney with the two-hand slam. 32-25 timeout on the court for Homestead. 2:37. 30-second timeout, but we're going to check out this replay as Johnson was able to get the ball down.
He can still create and get between that gap and make the good pass.
And Michael Moore finally missed a three-pointer. Ball goes down to Sidney. Sidney with the two-hand slam. 32-25 timeout on the court for Homestead. 2:37.
2 more years. I think it's going to be kind of hard for a college to get him. I mean, if that rule is going through like it's supposed to, I can foresee him going to the NBA.
Yeah,
I can see him bypassing college, man. Like that court vision is one of a kind at that size, and I think he's growing still too. He might end up 7 foot by the end.
That's crazy if he becomes a 7-foot point guard at the high school or college level in the next couple of years.
I believe that's Jalen's greatest asset is his court vision. I think I see the athleticism, I see the matchup problems, but I mean he has vision at that size that most big guys just don't have.
This is that danger time for Homestead. They got to get a basket. Otherwise, Nicolet with the rebound. Sibley pushes the ball up. Here's Johnson. Johnson finds Jamari. Jamari's thinking about the three. Back to number 2. That's David. In and out. Rebound, Homestead.
I think Homestead really needs a possession right now. And, hey, Waddell just gave it to him. That's very much what they needed.
And you go to your 6'2" and Ryan Waddell getting the basket they needed. 1:54 remaining here in the first half. Nicolet with 5-point lead, 32-27.
They need Nicolet. He needs to knock down a couple shots right here. You know, maybe get him a shot or two going into halftime. Even if he can just get to the free throw line and see that ball go through. They're going to need him in the second half. They're going to need his production in the second half. He's an extremely good player, so I believe at some point he's going to be able to knock down some shots. And if they can keep it close, that could be good. That could be a great opportunity for them to steal this game if it's late in the game with Homestead. But they need him to get the going.
Homestead
nice cut.
Work the ball inside, and they get the ball to number 3, Jacob Kleiman. He goes, and he's a 6-foot senior. If you're Homestead, you gotta like the score right now. This on pace for a 60-point game. You like the pace. You're playing at your pace. You're not letting Nicolet get out and run.
It's just the patience that they're using. You know, they're not rushing any shots. You know, not really shooting too many long balls. See, if you miss, it goes long. You got 6'7", rebound, and that's an outlet.
Oh, goodness. Jalen Johnson goes in with a two-hand slam. Whoa. And might get it from hanging on the rim. The crowd obviously does not agree with that. Jalen Johnson goes in with a two-hand slam. Whoa. And might get it.
And you know what's crazy? This isn't the first time that, you know, I've seen this call so far this year. You know, I've seen about 4 or 5 games where they've been calling hanging on the rim on guys.
So maybe it's an emphasis that was set by the referees to make sure they look, they crack down on these young men hanging on the rim. I don't know.
Shooting technicals would be 15, and that is Ryan Waddell makes the first shot, 34-30.
I mean, this is one of those times where Homestead can get all the free points they can get, and if they can at least end up tied at the end of the half or a 2-point lead, I think Coach Hansen will make a couple of adjustments because, you know, they have a lot of confidence right now. I believe they're going to go for the last shot. If it was me, I would go for the last shot with Waddell with the ball in his hand and create something.
I think this is right where Homestead wants to be, man. They wanted to be in this game going into the second half. The pressure's not on them. You got to remember, Curlick hasn't knocked down any shots yet. You're getting great production out of Morway, and Waddle was in a good rhythm so far. So they're right where they need to be right now. They've handled the zone. They've handled the pressure. They've gotten Kobe Johnson in some foul trouble. So I think if they can go in down 2, down 4, or either up 1 or tied, they're in great position to steal this game.
And looks like Homestead's going to play for the last shot as they move the ball around. 20 seconds left, 34-31. Nicolet with the lead.
Yeah, I'll probably go out about 8, and I will run number 1 baseline to try to give him a shot.
That's the man right there.
Waddle, no good. Sitting with the rebound. Foul. Foul was going to be on Circuit. Haven't called his name a lot for the positive, but he can pick up his second personal foul of the half. If you coach Sean Sider, what are you telling your team going into halftime? Only down 3 points on the road to one of the best teams, not only in the state but in the country.
Let's continue to play our way. Let's come out, because Nicolet's going to come out with something in the second half. You just don't know what it's going to be. It might be that 1-2-1-1 press that they do, or their 1-2-2-3 quarter. You don't know what they're going to do, but you have to take the body blow from them. If you can take the body blow and dish it back, you'll be good for the second half.
1 second left, ball is up. It is no good. Nicolet, 3-point lead here at Glenville over Homestead. Their cross-town rival is 34-31. And we're going to get a report from Gia. And she's going to have Nicolet head coach Al Henson and talk about this first half and what did he see in this first half. But guys, this game looks like this game's going to go down to the wire. We'll see what they got for the second half. But Gia, what do you have for us? All right, thank you, Gia, for that update. Well, guys, 34-31. Homestead with down 3 points. Been a great first half. What did you like first about that first half, and what do you think Homestead has to do in that second half to come up with this W?
I believe Homestead, went with their game plan. They didn't too much change anything, or let Nicolet persuade them to change anything. They got the open threes that they wanted. They swung the ball very well, very disciplined and structured, which with these type of games that you have to be disciplined and structured to win. I don't care if you have the number 1 kid in the state or the number 2,000. Discipline and structure can win you a lot of games and keep you in games. So that's the game plan, discipline and structure. You can beat a lot of teams that way.
Coach, if you're out, Coach Winston, what are you telling your team? Only up 3 points at home against a rival school.
Well, first, we have to limit our turnovers. I think Nicolet is staying in the game because we're turning the ball over quite a bit. Also, we want to be able to continue to kick that ball ahead. Let's not dribble it up. Let's kick it ahead, and let's stay active defensively. Let's let our athleticism, let's let our speed start to dictate this game in the second half. Let's force them into making quick plays instead of allowing them to move that ball from side to side. And if we can do that and get long rebounds and kick it ahead and score early, we can set our pressure up.
All right, well, Homestead down 3 at the half to Nicolet, 34-31. You're watching the Athlete Live. We'll be back after halftime with second half action. Keep it locked here to the Athlete Live.
As a fitness expert, I've trained normal clients and athletes for multiple years, and I designed the perfect fitness program for you. This is ASF Baller Fitness. Whether you're the normal client getting ready for a marathon, or you just want to look great and get yourself in shape, or if you're the basketball athlete and you're looking to get conditioned for the upcoming season, work with ASF Baller Fitness, because this is the program just for you.
Brothers Auto has been serving the community close to 20 years in business, and its sales team has a combined 200 years of knowledge throughout the dealership to help put you in the right car. Hanson Brothers Auto is family owned and well respected around the greater Milwaukee area. Hanson Brothers Auto offers a service department also, so stop in and let Hanson Brothers put you in the car you deserve.
What time we come back home, Greg? At 4? Kobe, I said, come here. Your team goes how you go, okay? You gotta pick your energy up, man. Just like you did in the second half of last game. Play with that same energy, that intensity. Come on now. You can tell he's still growing. Look at his